Alright, hi, welcome back to my channel. So it's finally time, it's been a while, for Treehouse Chronicles episode 2. So, I'm going to do a quick recap right now of what we did last episode, and then I'm going to get right into the progress that we made on day 2 of the treehouse. So last episode, we basically went to Home Depot, dumpster dived, got all of the supplies. I looked at a bunch of inspiration and got a rough plan together of how we wanted the base to be, and then we went out into the woods and picked our tree. Then we got started building. I was on the ladder with the drill, and I pretty much built the entire base in one day. It was 8 pieces of plywood, all 2x4s, 5 feet long, and it took us pretty much the whole day just to build the base. We brought out the rest of our wood, and Kyle, my friend who I've been building this with, he was working on this like fort on the side that was on the ground. So it was like a separate structure from the treehouse, but we only had one ladder, so we had to kind of work separately at first. But let's get right into the video. This treehouse project is really awesome, and I'm so proud of everything we've done, and I said that a bajillion times in the last video. This project has been a dream of mine. I've always wanted to have a treehouse, and I'm finally doing it, and it's insane. After Kyle and I hung out the first time and we built the base, I actually went to Home Depot on my own and I bought this giant piece of wood for the floor. Now, I wanted it cut to 2.5 by 5 so that it could fit on the base that we already made. They didn't have that size, so I had to get a giant 4 by 8 piece, and then we just had to make do with the scraps that I got cut. But my mom and I decided to take all the wood that I got for the floor and bring it out to the woods so that it would just already be out there for when I actually wanted to build it. So my mom and I went out, and here's the footage from that. I am not actually hanging out with Kyle today. I don't have time and our schedules don't line up, but I am going to go to Home Depot because I have time to do that. And then eventually when I get time to head back out to the woods, I'll be filming the actual installment of the floor. Okay, so earlier today I went to Home Depot and I bought a 4 by 8 piece of plywood, and they cut it for me, so we got the floor, and it's right here in the car. So Kyle can't hang out, so I'm going to be doing this with my mom. Here we go. Okay, so we got the ladder and the tools out here, and we got some of the wood right there. So that was a long trek. But here's the frame where we left off. It's already getting kind of dark, which sucks. We probably have like an hour till it's pitch black, but I think we'll be able to screw in at least one of the panels, and at least I'll have the wood out here for next time I come. Okay, so I went up in the ladder and I measured the tree, and right here is where it starts, and here's where it ends, and then this is where the arc of the tree ends. So I just kind of sketched it out here. You probably can't see because it's dark, but I sketched it out here, and I'm about to saw out the part where the tree goes, and then we're gonna lay this piece on top and then make any adjustments, make it fit nice and tight around the tree, but gotta start sawing. I was having a super hard time cutting the plywood, and I ended up getting a lot better at it, but plywood that's flimsy with a hand saw, it's very difficult to cut, and we didn't have a proper like cutting table or anything. We were just leaning against the tree, trying our best, and I accidentally miscut a hole in the floor, which I ended up patching later, but it's fine. After my mom and I hauled out all that wood and I started to cut the floor, I didn't go to the treehouse for a decent amount of time. But when I did head back, it was with Jake and Harrison because they wanted to see it, and I thought if we're out there for half an hour, or whatever, I could get some of the floor done. So if you didn't watch my past 2 videos, they are from when my best friend Harrison came home to visit us for the summer. If you haven't seen those videos, I know they're really long, but go check them out if you're interested. It's fun times. Anyway, back to the treehouse. Basically, Jake and Harrison came out there with me, and we actually got a decent amount of stuff done. Jake and Harrison were kind of just fooling around on the ground. Jake was sawing down a bunch of trees. Harrison was snapping a bunch of photos everywhere. But I was up in the treehouse sawing, and I actually lined up the first piece of the floor and kind of drilled it in. I didn't end up finishing that half, but it was sturdy enough that I could actually stand up on it, and that was an awesome feeling to at least know that I had part of the floor done. So we're trekking, making our way out to the treehouse. Wanted to show Jake and Harrison it, and then maybe we'll work on the floor a little bit, drill one of the panels in. Alright, so we're out here, treehouse right above me, And we got the ladder and stuff. Heavy. Yeah, it's actually really heavy, but we're gonna try to do a little bit of progress on this thing. Jake's trying to break a bottle. But Jake, do you remember when we were building the fort that's over there, and you were like, hey, if we ever build another treehouse, we gotta do it over here somewhere? Do you remember that? Sure. I'll insert the footage right now. What?
If we want to make a fort, we're going down there. I like that. Okay.
Thank you.
How do you zoom?
You zoom on the lens.
Oh, there we go.
I can't believe we dropped all this wood.
Like you've never done that.
Yeah, I know, but you used to get mad at me.
Day 2 in the wilderness. We're low on food and water, and we're trying to survive. So we're building us a house.
Working.
Dude, this is the hard knot life for us. It's a hard knot life for us. It's a hard knot life for us.
So I got this piece in, I put the 2x4 and I connected it. So now this support is even with this, and I can lay the first piece of the floor across and drill it in. Alright, so here at the treehouse, Jake and Harrison were fooling around down on the ground. Jake didn't really want to help very much, but I'm up here and I got the first piece of the floor. It's in place, I put the supports down, but I have to still drill it all the way in. So it's looking pretty good so far, and then this hole that I have to patch up I'll show. So this hole right here, I'm going to patch it up. I got this triangle and another one that I'm going to cover it with, but I screwed it in a little bit here and there. But if you look underneath, I got these supports, so the wood's resting on top of that. Alright, so this is where it gets interesting. This is the second full day of work that we've put into the treehouse. So once we got there, basically I went up into the tree and I finished the half of the floor that I started with Jake and Harrison. And then we went to Home Depot and we went to lunch. And when we came back, we had all the supplies to build the trapdoor, and we got some other goodies from our trip to Home Depot. So I'm gonna put all of that footage in right now of us building the treehouse. Alright, good morning. I have a bit of a sore throat, don't mind that. But it's been a few weeks since we've worked on the treehouse. Today, Kyle's coming over and we're actually going to get back to work. The goal for today is to finish the floor, putting in the panels so we can actually stand on it, and trying to at least plan and get a start on putting the posts in the corner, so then next time we can build the walls. So that's the goal. We're heading out there. Let's go. Day 2.
Day 2.
Alright, we got the ladder ready to go and the tools. We're not bringing any wood today, but I did get a bunch of these pallets and planks and stuff from my grandpa. But today we're just working on the floor. Alright, we're back. Those little squares, the 2x4s that they're connected to, are the supports that I added when I was out here with Jake and Harrison. So this is only like solid day 2 of the build, and hopefully we're going to get a lot done. But if you want to go see what Kyle builds while we're out here, you need to go subscribe and watch his video. Alright, so it's only 11. We've been out here for about like an hour and a half, but I already got the floor in and the supports, and I actually patched the little hole. So this whole half of the floor is perfectly in. It's really sturdy. I was standing on it earlier and I can actually jump on it and it doesn't even shake. So our whole base is done. I have to screw it in, and then this big piece of the floor, I can go up there and screw it in, but I think I may have to cut a little bit of it, but we'll see. Alright, so I haven't really been shown what Kyle's been doing, but I'm standing right in front of it right now, about to show you. It actually looks pretty cool. So Kyle's been making this little side area on the ground, and he just taking all these logs and like making walls out of it. It looks pretty awesome. Like just standing in here, it's like a room. So this is gonna be like a little shelf, and then we already got like this cool desk over here. This is bark. And then we can store stuff under, and then probably have some hooks on the tree. But the treehouse is right there, so you just walk down this path and it looks pretty cool. Good job. If you watched the last episode, we were like dying of like a heat stroke pretty much, but now we're out here, we're in the shade, and it's actually really cool. The humidity is really low. But I finally broke a sweat because I was sawing this. I had to cut this little piece out so that the tree can fit, and I think I actually did the measurements right, unlike the first piece, which I then had to patch up right there. Alright, it's almost 12:15 and we've been working for a decent amount of time, and I'm actually really proud of our progress today because I didn't think I would get this done before lunch. But I have the entire floor drilled in, and I'm standing on it right now, but this is half of it, and I actually had to saw out the overhanging part around this square because this is going to be our trapdoor. So that white piece right there that Kyle's standing next to is going to be our trapdoor. Hi.
What's up?
And then over here on this side, these extra panels are going to cover up the hole that's underneath of it, and then they're going to kind of just make the floor a little bit more sturdy on this end. And then these little scraps that I got from making the trapdoor, I'm going to fill in around here. And yeah, it's actually so awesome. The floor is completely done. You can stand up here and walk fully around the tree. And when we get back from lunch, the goal is trapdoor and getting the 4 posts in the corner. Don't be nervous, it's so good. I built it with my own 2 hands.
I trust your building ability.
Okay, good. This is what it looks like from the bottom. Got all the supports in. There's the trapdoor hole.
Okay.
You made it. How does it feel?
Well, it's definitely holding my weight.
Does it feel sketchy?
Only because I'm not used to it.
Yeah, I mean, I've been up there building it, so I'm like, fine, but I feel like once you walk around. We're back at the Home Depot.
Home Depot.
We're getting screws and a lock for our trapdoor. That's about it. Okay, so we got 2 boxes of screws. We got 1 inch and 3 inch. And then we got some hooks because we're gonna hang stuff up. Hinges for the trapdoor, and where's the lock? Oh, this. This is the lock, and I have a padlock that we can put on it. And then to splurge, we got this.
Okay, I'm splurging kind of too because we did not need these things.
Yeah, we don't need the hooks. But this is for drinking sody pops in the treehouse. It's a bottle opener, but it just looks super badass. Here are the posts we're gonna use for the corners to build up the walls. They're pretty much, I think they're like 6 feet tall. But we got all this stuff for the trapdoor at Home Depot, like the hinge and the lock. So we're gonna probably build that.
You brought that bag, right?
Yeah. So we're probably gonna install all that after I go up and finish the last panels of the floor because we got more screws, and then we're gonna be good. Okay, so this is the trapdoor where we're gonna build it, and now that I have all these screws, I can actually drill in the other wood that's on the other side behind the camera where we have the other gap, and we're just gonna make it more sturdy and then fill in with these a bunch of the gaps around the tree.
So, yeah.
Alright, time to drill in the rest of this floor. These are the other 2 panels. And then I think what we're planning on doing is building a rope bridge from like the tree to that big tree over there. But I gotta put in this floor because underneath of here there's just a blank gap. And then I'm putting another panel over here just for more support. And I'll probably put the 4th one under here where the tripod is to support that side. Alright, so this floor and this floor, both these panels are fully drilled in, and I put a piece under here so that it's sturdy to the 2x4. And then I'm going to put a few more in just for safety precautions, and then I'm going to move on to the one that I'm leaning on right now. Alright, now I gotta cover these little gaps with the scraps, so I'm gonna go around the tree and just fill in with these little pieces that I cut out when I was making the trapdoor. Alright, so we got half an hour left until we're gonna leave. So we'll start packing up and then leave. But we finished the trapdoor, which is like our goal. We brought the stakes out, but we're not gonna put those in yet. That's next time. So next time we come out here, it's all walls and roof. But we got the trapdoor done, we put the lock on it and everything. It's so awesome, and I'm about to show you right now. So it looks kind of crazy from right here, but these are just supports because we wanted to put another layer. But this main white square is actually the door, so we put a hinge into the support here and then onto the door, and it just flips up like this.
Kyle actually helps for once. And
Yeah.
we have a booby trap.
Yeah, these little screws went through, but it's okay, it's just a booby trap. And then right here, This is like the lock, so the padlock will go through there. And then this is what it locks into, which is screwed in right there. So it's looking pretty awesome, and then it goes right down to where the ladder is gonna be. Oh yeah, and it's actually more sturdy. I wouldn't stand on it, but you can definitely put some weight on it, and it's not as sketchy as it was when it was just a piece of white wood.
Yeah.
Bingo. And Kyle actually helped. We got this support.
Yeah, I did actually do something. I felt productive for once, because I haven't felt, I mean, I built that building over there, but I really felt like this is the goal, you know what I mean? That looks really nice from here.
And this piece that I'm standing on, it looks kind of wonky because it's just like diagonal that way. But this is just a support because it was kind of not as stable right there. And then I put in these two and then that piece over there. But yeah, this is all our extra crap up here. And next time we can decorate, and we want to extend to that tree. Alright, so here's the trapdoor. And we're about to install the hook so that when we lift it, it can just like rest on this and then stay into the wall.
So like, what do you have?
Right there.
Good luck getting that in though.
No, I have my ways. Watch, you're gonna see.
You're gonna drill in first?
Yeah, I have my technique of how to do this. That fits right under. I'm probably gonna cut the extra off this.
That's where our lock's gonna go, you do know that, right?
I know, but this is just temporary.
Oh, okay.
The carabiner will stay on the rope, not the metal.
Okay.
I just need to make sure I tie this the right length. So this will stay here, and then when we're not using it, we can keep it like that. And then when we need to hang this up, just...
Okay, so we got 10 minutes. What do you want to do? I know what I want to do.
hang the skull up.
All right, you want to hang the skull up. I'm going to let you do that.
The last thing we got to do is install my favorite thing that we got at Home Depot, which is the bottle opener. And we're going to do a demonstration too, because I brought one of my special Coca-Colas out here. All right, here's the skull. From the back, it looks super derpy. But from the front, it will scare you. It will haunt you in your dreams. So it came with 2 screws. Frick. Oh, I just dropped one of the screws that this thing came with. I think the ones we have will fit. Anyway, it comes with 2 screws. Now it only has 1. But
It came with 2 screws.
it came with 2 screws. I'm gonna hang it on the tree right here. Look how awesome that is. It's on there so tight. It's so sick. I wish I could back up more. I'm like on the very corner. But look, there it is. It's so cool. It's so tiny. And then right in its mouth, you just pop open the bottle. All right, here we go. The very first.
First of many.
It really got caught right there.
It really did.
Oh, hey!
Oh, yeah!
Got it.
Woo!
Nice.
Drink to the skull. Cheers.
Cheers.
There we go.
Cheers. Kind of a cramped view, but time to close this up. Put this right here. All right, testing this thing out for the first time. Hinge goes up. This is not easy with one hand. And bingo. Locked. No one's getting that open. So yeah, that was pretty much our day 2 of work. We built the entire floor. Both of us can stand up there. You can walk fully around the tree. It's super secure, super sturdy. I trust this thing with my life. Anyway, that was episode 2 of the Treehouse Chronicles. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Stay tuned because the next episode will be coming soon. Not sure when, but it's coming. And leave me a comment down below. I love comments. Yeah, and subscribe. Turn on the notifications. I post every single Monday and Friday on this channel. And go check out my friend Kyle. He's super awesome, and he's been cataloging and documenting the building of his structure and just the whole all-around treehouse process. Stay tuned. I'm really excited about this treehouse project. It's really, really awesome, and hopefully by the end of the summer, it's gonna be super, super cool. If you watched till the end, thank you. I appreciate you, and I'll be back soon with another video. Bye.